I'm Diamond Master Ying. This is the second time I actually stepped into Taiwan, and also the second time that I actually joined Atomy Singapore for a trip to the success tour to Taiwan. So how did it all begin? It all began with my life scenario. It's not clicking. Okay, it all begins with this magical blue book. Why? Because in our life scenarios, it is a place whereby we want to write down our dreams and we see how it is going to come to pass. So since 2019 that I've been to this trip, whereby I have seen how global Atomy members, including Singaporeans, Taiwan, and the global members, we see how they actually fulfill the company motto in practice. Yeah, so since 2020 January, I have started writing that I want to go as one of my spoken in my Atomy in my learning journey, as in traveling. I wrote down that I want to go to Taiwan trip together with Atomy Singapore. So since 2020, 2021, 2022, even though it was pandemic, I wrote it faithfully every year, every month that I want to go to Taiwan. Even Korea, I wrote it down because I know that the trip there will bring us a lot of enlightenment and help us to see for ourselves how the principles that are mentioned in Atomy that we were taught of in Success Academy, in Global Seminars, we see them in practice. Yeah, I actually wanted to show another photo of what we did in 2019, but I think I kind of missed out because there are some hiccups with my PowerPoint these few days. Yeah, so what happened? So this year, our company Atomy slogan is 全球同步重振旗鼓 Global Synchronization and Quantum Jump. This Atomy Success Tour is actually a beginning of this global synchronization, whereby global members come together going to Korea, going to Taiwan, so that we are able to synchronize our thoughts and our learning ability. And also 重振旗鼓, because in the past, every year from Singapore, members will travel to Atomy Taiwan for a learning journey, for a success tour. Because Taiwan is the first few countries that was launched the Atomy was launched, and we are able to see how our global leaders practice Atomy, their lifestyle changes, or even how there is a lot of global sourcing, global sales products that are launched in Atomy. So only when we go to Taiwan that we are able to really try for ourselves and to visit the factories for ourselves. And it is in a language that we understand. For those of us who understand Chinese, we will be able to hear testimonies in Chinese and even all the sharings by the professional, the nutritionists in Chinese. So this is how it begins. We begin packing, and then there, Lily and I, we are at the departure hall in Singapore, close to midnight, because our flight is actually the 1 a.m. flight. Why we book this flight? Because we know that the first day will be free and easy for us, for all who reach the country, so that we are able to do whatever we would like to do to explore the place. And yet we know that at the end of the day, we will have accommodation that Atomy is paying for. So we actually booked the first few flights that go, and reaching Taiwan at 5:30 a.m., 5:35 a.m., and one of the last few to return home. And there, yeah, like Lily had shared, this is the group that was on the same flight as us. So we reached there 5:35 a.m. And we are very thankful because there is a crowd. This time round, Atomy Taiwan actually provided airport transfer for us. So which means we no longer need to worry, how are we going to get to the hotel? But our luggage will be all brought to the hotel, and then we can start our day with whatever we have planned for or unplanned for. So when we touched Taiwan, it was actually very cold, and you look at the temperature, it is actually 16 degrees C, and it was drizzling. And because we booked Scoot, budget flight, so we don't have breakfast with us. So we were all looking forward to have our hot breakfast after we settled down at the hotel. Yeah, and you see, I actually pasted this intro oil patch, which is one of the global sourcing, global sales products from Taiwan. Why? because I couldn't sleep well at the flight which we took, because I was at the aisle seat, and there was some disturb. Yeah, but it does help me to relieve very much. And in fact, during the trip, there are Atomians who ask me, "Hey Ying, how come you seem like, hey, you are always pasting that?" I said, "Not all the time, but when I feel a little discomfort, I start pasting it so that it will not escalate lah." Yeah. Then after that, we were greeted by our Taiwan tour guide Maggie at the hotel where we will be staying at the first day. Yeah, first night. So Maggie is very professional. She actually gave us contact number, gave us the room number, but because it was still early, we will only be able to check in into our room at about 2-3 p.m. So as Lily and myself, we have not really decided what to do, but we know that we could easily travel around or just stay around. So we happened to chat with some of the leaders who are there, and some of them have booked a driver to bring them around Taipei, and a few of them wanted to do the same thing. But because we have not booked, so we actually got referrals to find a driver who is available in Taipei, and he will be driving to us where we are, to pick us up, so that to bring us to places that we wanted to go. And because a few of us, actually 3 groups of us lah. One group belongs to a group of 4, which is from Park Yong Group, the leader who shared the road to success. 4 of them were in the same flight. They also wanted to travel around. And then Lily and myself and another member with another member. So 3 groups, 8 of us, we decided that we shall go together, we shall book the driver and then go for the day tour together. And because we have this common goal, all of us have the common goal that we want to travel around, we want to optimize our time in Taipei. That's why we were able to come to the date actually becomes a very fruitful trip, which I will share with you later on. Yeah. So yeah, and because we have to wait for the driver to drive all the way from Taipei to where we are in Taoyuan, which is near the airport. So we actually walk over to somewhere opposite for a hot breakfast, and until the driver comes. So this is what we see. We have a few itinerary. We wanted to see the windmill, and so we dialogue with the driver that we want to see the windmill, we want to see sakura, we want to go to some of the markets, place, and things like that. So what we did, actually a lot of us are very tired because we didn't sleep well. But because we booked a driver at a very affordable price and shared by 8 of us who has common goal, we were able to sleep and rest and enjoy Taiwan together. So you see, it was raining. All these photos were taken from the windscreen of the person who is sitting beside the driver. So we fulfilled our first goal, which is to see the windmill at the comfort in the car while we were sleeping, dozing off, opening our eyes to see, and then dozing off again to sleep again, and things like that. And then after that, we traveled to a local place, Tanshui, which is known for night market and the street food and things like that. And it is also by the beach. Yeah, there we walked through the streets, and by then I think the rain either drizzling, like it was drizzling. So some of us, we have umbrellas, some have jackets, waterproof. So we were able to walk the streets to enjoy the local place and the local delicacy. And because we had common goal and not necessarily common interest, but because we have common goal, 8 of us, we were able to compromise and to enjoy the trip together. And of course, we wanted to see sakura, right? Because that's the season. So instead of detouring to a place that is out of the way, so the driver actually recommended us another alternatives. And along the way, he actually showed us places that we can even stop by to take photos if we want to, and that's it. So our second agenda was met together as a group, and he brought us to this sakura forest. Not the best, not the fantastic compared to the other group who chose another location, but we get the best deal. I would say we get the best deal because the driver actually brought us to the northern part of Taipei. and whereby we are able to see much more things and do much more things. So then he also brought us to the northernmost tip, whereby we can see the we joined the national national park, and this is like the whereby this place is known for the 女王头, which is the queen's head. Okay, this is the queen head is a result of natural erosion. Yeah, and then yeah, this is the beautiful scenarios that I took from my own phone camera. So it's like the Great Ocean Walk for those who have been to Australia, or even I haven't been to UK, so I really do not know how beautiful it is. Okay, at the outskirts. Yeah, but this is some definitely a place that is worth going for those who want to go to Taiwan. Yeah. And after that, of course, they have the local products, whereby we are able to try the really the very fresh products. And of course, like Atomy, Atomy Taiwan, they also have the floss. But usually the floss that is sold out in the market is a single type of floss, which is the pork floss or the fish floss or even the chicken floss. But Atomy is actually has 3 floss. But unfortunately, this time I wasn't able to buy because I wasn't able to make my purchase in advance because it was out of stock. And when I was in Taiwan, the center also do not have what I wanted. So I wasn't able to bring it back for members to try, or even family members to try. And they also famous for their seafood and seaweed and things like that. So, but I managed to buy the seaweed. Yeah, but it is nothing compared to what Atomy has. Okay, what they have, they actually coated with flour and things like that. But Atomy is something that I will enjoy, and I will finish the packet even with one go. So this is what we have. And then we also went to the famous night market in Atomy. No, not in Taiwan. Yeah, because we actually booked the driver. It's a 9-hour booking, right? So we actually booked him from 10:30 a.m. all the way to 7:30 p.m. But because we went to turn, yeah, this is another big group that actually came in. Of course, along the way, there are other groups who came earlier, in between, and things like that. So when we reached the hotel, after the end of our one-day tour on our own, this group arrived. Yeah. So which means it's time for them to just go to bed when they arrive. But actually they can't, because they don't have dinner. So they even have to go and find their own food first before they can go for the go and hit for bed. Yeah, and this is the room that we get. 2 big beds for 2 person. Yeah, but because my roommate was not feeling well, so I was actually trying to do my things in the dark on the very first and only night at this hotel. And of course, early in the morning, yes, we have been out the whole day, haven't been resting well. So yeah, I started taking my supplements quietly in the dark and doing it in the toilet. Yeah, these are my usual supplements that I kickstart my day with a glass of water. Then this trip, I actually brought along my noni juice. Yeah, because I did have some inflammations and not feeling the best. Yeah, so one of my Atomy friends suggested, why not I transfer some of the noni juice to a glass bottle and bring it. And I'm so thankful that I heed her advice and did that, and it helped me to kickstart my first few days in Taiwan. And of course, my 5 power jello drink, yeah, that consists of psyllium husk, iron, probiotics, vitamin C, and our fine zyme. And of course, my thermal flask of this red ginseng tea, yeah, so that it will help me to boost my energy and to keep myself alert. Unfortunately, I actually left my this Atomy thermal flask on board when I was back home, and I have still not got it back now. So probably I'll need a new one. Yeah. So awaken that we have this buffet breakfast served by the hotel where we stay, and then you see that is not the green apples. Okay, can anybody guess what is that? The green little fruit. Anybody knows?
Green apple.
It looks like green apple, but it is not. It is actually dates. Okay, so it is time for harvest at the time. So my roommate actually ordered, and then they brought it for me there. Yeah, so she gave it to me, and I had these green dates. to try for the very first time. It's very yummy. And now, yes, we are living, and by chance, I had the privilege to be the bus IC for this Taiwan trip. So this is my roommate, the lady in red, Su Lan. She is the center manager of Toa Payoh. She was also my roommate for the supposedly for the whole trip, but we were only roommate for one night, the first night. And then we were also bus IC for bus number 1. And then the other 2 friends that you see are the bus IC for the second bus. Basically, what bus IC have to do is because the Singapore team is distributed into 5 buses. So bus IC, basically, we just have to account to make sure that the number of members is supposed to be on board, so that when we move from places to places. Yeah, and also when the sitting arrangement for meals are together, so that everybody are well taken care of. So this is where we start our success tour. Yeah, we actually had a video, but I didn't share the video. Yeah, those of you who want to see the full versions of what Atomy office share, you can go to Atomy Singapore band. Yeah, whereby they also share some of the videos and some of the photos that we took at different places. Yeah, so first we left the hotel after eating breakfast. We moved on, and the first place that we ended up is our lunch place. Yeah, so this is a very interesting place that we also went to previously. Yeah, but because of the location, we are traveling towards Kaohsiung, which is where the center, the HQ of Taiwan is, and some of the bitter melon places is. That's why we actually have to eat our lunch earlier. So this is our wide, beautiful spread of yummylicious food, yeah, that is provided by joint venture with Atomy Taiwan and Atomy Singapore. And these are some of our busmates. And along the way, we travel to Taichung, which is the central part, whereby the bitter melon factory is. And along the way, because we have been eating a lot, so I actually took my stomach care on the coach itself. And this is the bitter melon factory, the plant at Taichung. And when they actually conducted a tour. They split the group into 2 groups, and then they conducted a tour to introduce to us about and show us the manufacturing plant via the glass doors, yeah, the glass windows. And this is some of the processes. And Atomy Singapore chose to visit this factory this year because we are having a global synchronization project together with Taiwan in March, when Atomy Singapore is going to launch its products, and we are also going to do a health and wellness project together. And this is Professor Leon. Professor Leon is involved in the research and development of bitter melon for many, many years. You look at him now, he's so sleek and so healthy, right? But before that, he was heavily overweight. Unfortunately, he didn't show us a photo, but because of bitter melon that he has been research and developing, and because of he has been taking it personally, that's why he's able to have this size now. And he will be coming to Singapore in March when bitter melon is launched, so that Singaporeans members or those who are in Singapore can also get to hear from him personally how is it so different from other brands of bitter melon and other products. And so this plant is actually the manufacturing of 2 GSGS products from Atomy Taiwan, which is the bitter melon and this Ace power drink. Yeah. So Blair, you look at top right bottom, is Blair. Why I actually recognize Blair. Why? Because she is one of the nutritionists from this plant, and I have heard her share in Atomy Taiwan official website on the bitter melon and the noni juice when I was looking at it just a week before. Yeah, Blair, but this time Blair is the MC for that session that we had on the day 2 when we visit the plant, and it was another nutritionist who shared with us about that. That's why it was so excited to see people that we see on Zoom, online, and meeting them in person. That's why I request to take a photo with her. In fact, it was Blair who introduced us to Professor Leon. None of us know who he was until Blair introduced to us. Yeah, that's why we start taking photos with Professor Leon. And this is a factory. After visiting, after we actually roam around, had some light snacks provided by the factory. So we actually took a photo before we move on to our next destination. And you see, we are so privileged to have Wendy Lee, Singapore country manager, traveling with us this time. Yeah, the lady on the front left, that is Wendy Lee. Yeah, and Wendy was in the same coach at bus as us in bus 1. So then after that, we headed straight to Kaohsiung, because it's still a distance to travel from Taichung to Kaohsiung. So by the time we reached Kaohsiung, it was already it's already dark already. And so Atomy actually arranged for buffet dinner for us at the hotel itself, while they distribute the keys for us so that we are able to end our day for those who want to rest early. And of course, same thing, we had a big bedroom, yeah, 2 big beds shared by 2 persons, yeah. And also same thing, like any Atomians, I bring all my Atomy products, daily necessities that I use every day, and then yeah, we will use them. And even in fact, I just get to know from a group of them, because hotel, they provide the indoor sleepers, right? But it wasn't Atomy. So what did they do? They actually use their marker to write Atomy, so that all the members in that group, they had Atomy shoes or Atomy labeled shoes. Yeah. Then of course, along the way, then after breakfast the following day, we actually move on to another location. At a bus, we actually only managed to have 3 members, yeah, who are on board on the same bus. Of I think our bus is about 22 members. Only 3 of them managed to share, introduce themselves, and who are they, how did they get to know Atomy, and things like that. This is Ray. Yeah, Ray, Sales Master Ray. So he's one of them who shared. Then we also have Sharon Rose Master, who was that? Alicia, who shared, and our this center manager Zhang Shulan also shared, and also another member Xiao Rong also shared their journey. So this is how we get to know fellow Atomy when we go for such a success tour, and to hear different stories that we may not be aware of, but we all have a different unique journey. But there is definitely something new that we can learn from every stories from every members. Then of course, our next destination, our first destination for day 3, is to visit our Atomy headquarters at this Kaohsiung. So same thing, we met the country manager, and he is so warm, because when we reach the place whereby we take photos at level 3 or 4, it was actually very warm. But the moment he stepped in, he felt that, wow, it's so warm. He quickly switched on the aircon to cool down, so that we are able to enjoy our photo shots and things like that. Yeah. And also, this is other photos that we took with other members, and even our upper sponsor Mary and her team, who was there for this Taiwan trip. And also we see Atomy slogan, we see Atomy company motto, and even this 三大文化 is actually Atomy tree culture, and all these words that are written to help us to become a better person. Yeah, even as we journey in Atomy. So that's one of the reasons why I like going to Atomy Taiwan, because it is something we can see and feel it for ourselves in a language that we do understand, yeah, and appreciate. And after that, this is the photo that we took at the ground floor, all the participants who went to Atomy HQ in Taiwan. And followed by after that, we head straight to Kaohsiung Educational Center. The gentleman that you see on the top left, he's the center manager, but he greeted us at ground floor when we arrived. Yeah, so I seized the opportunity to take a photo with him. His Royal Master, Su Kun Piao, and he will be coming to Singapore Success Academy in March itself. And then Star Master Li Baomin. Li Baomin is someone I had a very deep impression of her, because I met her at a Singapore one-day seminar in 2017 when I first started my journey in Atomy. Why? She is actually an ex-insurance agent. Yeah, but because she saw the potential of Atomy, so she did her best. And yet, because in Taiwan, there is no conflict of interest, so she continued to maintain and to service her customer. Just like our Royal Master Nosuk, right? She's also a insurance agent background. And with that, she actually used it. And why I had a deep impression of Star Master Li Baomin, because when she was in Singapore, I think she was a Sharon Rose Master back then. And then she mentioned that she loves Atomy products so much that she tried everything, including the boxer shorts. And she's the one who said, wow, when you wear it, you feel like you're wearing nothing at all. And so that also inspired me. And I actually make my first order for the boxer shorts. It comes in a set of 3. I bought it, I wear it first before I pass the rest to my son and my husband to wear. So this is the kind of passion that we have as Atomy members. And of course, we have a session whereby 2 members from the Taiwan centers are sharing. They actually shared their testimony, their journey, how Atomy has benefited them, and how the compensation has benefited the family. And then they open to 2 Singapore members who attend Atomy Taiwan trip for the first time to share how this trip or what the session has inspired them. And we see the lady here on the top left top right, she is actually a Filipino nurse, but she speaks Chinese. Yeah, so she shared her journey, her testimony about how people around her have cancer, and how she shared Him and how it helps her, and how she really wants to do well. She's a new sales master who attained sales master in December, and that's why she qualified for this trip. She's so encouraged and inspired that she wanted to really do well through Atomy system, so that she's able to pass this legacy to others. Then, of course, when we went to the center, we were showered with lots of GS products from Taiwan, drinks, snacks, and things like that we are able to enjoy while we are listening to the sharing by the Diamond Master and the Sales Master from Taiwan. And this time round, Atomy Singapore and Taiwan has also arranged, in order for us to have more time and more interaction with the members in Taiwan and at the center, they actually provided us with bento lunch. And rather than just the traditional Taiwan food, they actually arranged for us to have Japanese food. And so because of that, we were able to eat together with the tables provided. And I was able to make orders for products GS products that I wanted to try or repurchase from Taiwan. And these are some of the things that I purchased, like the Taiwan hair dye, the toilet paper I didn't buy, but the kitchen towel, because toilet paper come in 2 big bags, very big bags, which is very difficult to bring back. That's why I didn't buy the toilet paper, but I bought the kitchen towel, the cleansing wipes, the dog shampoo, and even the organic rice. And I already start cooking it. Yeah, and also the sandwich label that Korea has a Korean version, Taiwan also has a Taiwan version. And this time round, Atomy Singapore, who used to import from Korea, is now considering importing from Taiwan this time. That's why I brought it. And even the hand sanitizer is different, the tissue paper is different. And the last trip in 2019, we actually went to the paper factory, the tissue paper factory. And the tissue paper factory is also a renowned company in Taiwan. So any Atomy members, you tell them that our paper is produced by this factory, this plant, they will know that it is very good 5-star quality. Yeah, so that is the kind of quality that Atomy products guarantee and provide for us. So as consumers who need daily necessity products, all we need to do is to really just buy them when it is launched and to use it so that we have our own experience and we can share with others. Then the next one is we went to the sandwich label factory. So sandwich label factory is a business as a mission. They have very close, they have similar mindset and identity as Atomy. That's why they are able to work hand in hand together. So this is the person in charge who shared with us about the flow chart of our sandwich label, how it is made and things like that. Unfortunately, we were not able to take photo of the manufacturing plant because it's for certain security reasons. Yeah. Then after that, at the same place, we had actually had our Atomy core value class by this pastor who flew in from Korea, and our Royal Master Zhang Ronghuan, who has been the interpreter for Chairman Park and even for the pastors for the longest time. Yeah, why I take photo with the pastor and Zhang Ronghuan? Because in November 20 last year, they came to Singapore, and I recognized them when I stepped into the place. So I request to take a photo with them as to remember lah. And of course, at that place, because it is a 4-hour session, so we were provided with Atomy water from Taiwan, the Ace drink, the sandwich label as snacks, and even Atomy coffee, all Atomy products, and even Atomy dry fruit as snacks, as we actually listen to the sharing and enjoy ourselves to learn. Then after that, it's dinner time again. So we were pampered with a table full of food again before we actually went back to our hotel to rest for the night. Yeah. Then the following day, which is actually a free it's a rest and relax session, but Atomy Taiwan planned the program for us. It is a cultural exchange session, because in Taiwan, right, when we visit Taiwan, so they actually bring us to the local places whereby we are able to spend a day and to do some sightseeing, etc. So this time around, the food that's provided for us is the local food, which is the Aboriginal food, and it's like the omakase. So all very, very small item, and yet we are able to enjoy the delicacy. So in this type of overseas success tour, I see it as our dream lifestyle. Some of us, we dream to travel around. We like to travel around. We like to enjoy the local delicacies, enjoy the local places. So this is like a glimpse of what we will have every day in Atomy and through Atomy Success System. And after that, we also had a Lei Cha, one of the Chinese Hakka delicacy that they actually teach us how to do, and we were able to do hands-on together, a few of us to a table, I think 4 to 8 to a table, so that we are able to enjoy the teamwork to get this delicacy served by all of us to try. And because after that, it was actually a place whereby there's lots of shopping and things like that, we were actually given, I think, 1 hour or so. But a lot of us, we were just not interested. We were sitting down, drinking coffee, or even chit-chatting. So then the tour guide decided to bring us sightseeing to the pier before we had this river cruise. So we actually, this was actually captured on the bus by some of the members when we traveled to the city, towards the pier. So Singapore again, we are taking the photos and at this touristy place. And I saw this swing, so I actually hop onto it and swing. The swing is something that I really enjoy. And the pier and things like that. So we went sightseeing, take some photos, and then we had this river cruise provided. And then the tour guide also shared with us, I think, I'm not sure whether is this the correct building. It is a very expensive building in Taipei. So my friend come and said, come, let's take the photo together with this expensive building, so that next time we can go there and stay and things like that. So these are some of the interesting things that we do together, like as fellow Atomians who really have dreams and goals in life. And after that, we went back to the hotel, and then we have to check out the following day to go to Success Academy, which is at another place. Because Success Academy in Taiwan is held concurrently at 3 places: the northern part, which is at Yilan, the central part, which is where we are going to, and then the southern part at this Kenting. So usually Singaporean, when we go as a company, we will go to the central part so that it's easier to travel. And so same thing, after breakfast, we travel, and guess what's next? it's lunchtime because Success Academy is starting at 2 o'clock. So Atomy is really, in Chinese, we say 吃喝玩乐. We eat, we drink, we play, and then that's how we use the products, and and we share, and that's how we end our day and enjoy our day. So it's lunchtime again. And look at the spread of food that was served to us. Actually, a lot of time, especially for my the table that I was in, because we are bus IC, right? So our group, we have 22 members. One table is 10 members. So my bus IC and I myself, we actually joined force with other members to form another table. Originally, our table was 8 packs. Then later, because some packs didn't join us, or for whatever reason didn't eat or whatever, we were left with 5 packs to finish this type of food. Yeah. So then after that, yes, we have arrived at Success Academy venue, and look at the slogan, 梦想天鹅, meaning our dream swan. Yeah, 先胜求战, win the battle before the race. Yeah, and that is the slogan for 2019. Before 2020, Chairman Park announced it in December 2019, before the pandemic struck. And this is the agenda that we had. It is a 2-day, 1-night Success Academy, meaning they start at 2 p.m. and then it ends by the evening after the sharing of life scenario, how to write life scenario and things like that. Then we will stay over at this accommodation at the resort place, and then the next morning after breakfast we will start again, and then it will end before lunch. So this is the style that Atomy Taiwan has it for Success Academy. We used to have this setting for Korea. I'm not sure whether it will resume to this format, but this format allows us to have time to interact and to write our life scenario at night before we sleep. Yeah, and same thing, I see this opportunity to take photos with some of the local leaders. Yeah, like Wang Guanyao, one of the young Leaders Club members who is doing very well, who's in his 30s. And Wen Rou Kai, Sharon Rose Mask, he is Royal Master now. When I met him in Taiwan 2019, first time, I was very impressed by his sharing. Yeah, then when pandemic struck, I heard so many and learned so much from his YouTube and his online sharing. Yeah, so this time around when I saw him, I quickly took this opportunity to take photo with him. Yeah, and also Sharon Rose Master Liu Mei Mei is also someone that I met on Zoom, Thursday Global Zoom. So many times these last few years, but when I saw her, I could spot her and I quickly request to take a photo with her. Yeah. Then these are the Singapore participants who went for Success Academy. We attended Success Academy together. So we were given the front left seats, yeah, in front. And this is the sharing. Yes, Atomy Taiwan also start with 全球同步, which is global synchronization, 重振旗鼓, quantum jump. So they talk about how the growth is in Taiwan, and also what are the things that is happening globally, and what are the new products launched, and even in Atomy Taiwan, they already have launched Azamo. So they share with us what are some of the products that are launching in Azamo, and what are this March program that they are going to start joint venture together with Singapore. So because I have Taiwan members there, unfortunately, I wasn't able to meet up with her, but I could share with her the first-hand information about Taiwan. I quickly line, because in Taiwan they use Line, so I actually line her with some of this screenshot and to share with her. Yeah. Then also Wen Rou Kai, the Royal Master, he shared the company introduction, and Professor Leon, he shared about this bitter melon. So in Taiwan, because Himohima was still not restocked in Taiwan. So they need to have a star products. So bitter melon has become the star products in Taiwan these few years. That's why they are pushing it very hard, and it has really, in fact, given lots of testimonies. And because I didn't manage to buy my bitter melon, right? But all of us were blessed with 2 boxes of bitter melon. And after hearing all the sharing, I cannot help myself but to quickly take out from my box, unbox it, quickly take it and pop 2 into my mouth. And of course, they provide us with the water, with Atomy water. And to drink it, we are supposed to take it half an hour before meal. So it was almost lunchtime. So many of us actually quickly unbox and start popping the bitter melon so that we can feel for ourselves what is this product about. And in fact, I've been taking it since the day, since that very day that I got my 2 boxes of bitter melon. And this is the crowd. This is just a percentage of it. There are more. And also this is just one of the venue. And these are the Singaporeans. Yeah, we are seated in front. And this is the stage. And yeah, then during break time, they actually have a lot of break time in between so that we are able to refresh ourselves, go to the toilet and take photos. And I met Sandy Chu. Sandy Chu, I also have not met her in person, though she has Singapore partners. In fact, one of our Royal Leaders Club member belongs to her team, Sandy Chu. Yeah, and then the food is provided. Table meals are provided. Lunch and dinner are provided at the event hall itself, at the site whereby served by the resort staffs, restaurant. And this is also another family. Okay, we call them the Huang Jia Papa, which is the Huang Daddy. And these are only 2 of the 3 girls who are doing the Atomy business together with him. The other girl is helping with the children program. I actually don't recognize them, but it was my another Atomy Singapore friends. When we walk around to take photos with the master, then she said, "Hey, this is Huang Jia Papa." So we quickly take photos with them, and they have very good. For those who understand Chinese, you can search for this Huang Jia Jiemei. They have very good product sharing and even company sharing in Chinese. And of course, our Craig Chin, our Star Master Craig Chin, Leaders Club members, he is one of the Singapore. Some of our Singapore leaders belong to his team, and so when we were walking around, we saw some of them, and then we took photos together with them. Yeah, with the Dream Swan, and also this year's slogan, 全球同步. Yeah, 重振旗鼓. We took photos, and the Taiwanese, they are really very hospitable and very polite. When they see us taking photos, they will just patiently wait. They even volunteer to take photos with us. And these are some of the GSGS products that I brought back from Taiwan, and some were blessed by my friends because I couldn't get hold of them, like the Mozzie spray, the insect repellent that is launching in going to launch in Singapore in March or so. I couldn't get hold of it, but my friend knew that I would appreciate them, so they actually sold to me or passed to me the collagen before I knew that Atomy Singapore Taiwan would give us a box to try. And it is different. The collagen from Taiwan is different from the one that we have from Korea that is launched in Singapore. So for such trip, I will want to try what is available in the local country so that I will be able to share with my friends who are in Taiwan, or even now that the country is open globally, right? If I have friends or relatives who want to travel to Taiwan, I can suggest them to try some of these products or even to bring them back as gifts from Taiwan. And let me show you. This is something very nice and interesting in Atomy Taiwan stage.
我想从品质和价格面堂堂正正打胜仗，然后在那样的过程中又彻底的降低及节省了成本，然后呢，想要成为把35%的利润回馈给会员的那种公司，秉持着那样的目标才成立了。
Okay, yeah, though you may not understand what he said, that was the time the swan, the whole place was pitch dark, and then the swan was rotating, and that was the sharing when Chairman Park was sharing, but it was translated in Chinese. So yeah, this is day 2, whereby there are 2 Singapore members who actually shared, and also the third person is our Leaders Club member, Star Master Park Yong, also share her success, her road to success in Atomy. And these are the Singapore participants, and this is the same stage that I actually first time Elvin and myself we met our Imperial Master Park Yong-ok in 2019 when he was a Crown Master. So at that time I still remember very clearly that when Crown Master mentioned that he is actually Park Jong-soo's Imperial Master Park Jong-soo was her sponsor, I know that I was busy texting Justin in 2019. Justin, I sent photo of Park Yong-ok. Is he also our sponsor and things like that? So Justin said yes. So after this session is lunchtime, right? So that time in 2019, instead of going for our lunch straight away, because after that we need to travel, Alvin and myself, we actually went to the backstage to look for Proud Master Park Yong-ok then to take a photo with him, but I forgotten to put up the photo today. So this is really something to join success system is really something very significant. Why? Because we see members who understand the what is Atomy. They see it as a platform whereby we are able to change our life and the lives of our family members and those around us. We continue to join into the system to do what we need to do one step at a time, and then we see that everybody has progressed. In 2019, when we went to Taiwan, we were sales master. Yeah, maintained 3 times to go to Taiwan together with another couple sales master who also maintained 3 times to go to Taiwan. But this time around, we were there as Diamond Master with new sales master Lily, and even we have also seen other Singaporeans progressing. Park Yong, I can't remember what was her position then, probably Diamond Master or Cheryl Rose Master. But now she is a Star Master and Leaders Club member, and many other members, a lot of new first-timer. Some of them are leaders who actually accompany their new sales master, new Diamond Master for this trip. Yeah, so this is the super synergy of United Heart that we can see in Atomy and through Atomy success system. And after that, we will travel to our last accommodation, whereby we have free and easy already. Yeah, so we reached our hotel, and this time round, Atomy Taiwan has booked a place that is very near to the airport for us, so that we can enjoy the place, and yet we do not need to travel so far to the airport. And for our team, we are blessed. For those of us who are on the same flight, we are very blessed again because of the number of people. Again, airport transfer was provided, and that night, I actually chose to stay. This is the view from my window. Okay, very beautiful view. It's just within a few minutes walk to the train station. But instead of going out to the night market and things like that, I chose to rest, and I chose to update my social media on what I've done in this trip and to connect with members globally. And the following day, because we are actually where we stay is near the outlets. So, and my daughter actually wanted to buy something. So last minute, I actually texted her to ask her what she wants, and then she sent me pictures. So I went to look for the things for her, but I couldn't find what she wants. Yeah, so nonetheless, I was able to try some of the local delicacy at the local food court before we actually went back to hotel to board our bus transfer back to Singapore. Yeah, and back in Singapore, yes, I was able to start using and trying Atomy GS products. And look at the packaging of this organic rice. You see, it has a very small tapered hole, no, so that we are able. Yeah, another video. And I was able to transfer it to my bottle. But look at it, the packaging, it has a small hole, so that it's very easy for us to pour out the rice instead of spilling all over. And of course, I also did a comparison, because back in Taiwan, I don't have the Atomy Taiwan seaweed. Yeah, so I brought some back of the local seaweed that I brought from one of the local place. Yeah, and I compare it. Yes, Atomy seaweed is still the best and something that I will enjoy for the rest of my life. Yeah, the local products, I will only try it to compare how good Atomy products is. Then of course, by the very same afternoon, we had our Diamond Master meeting together with Justin and Diamond Master Winnie. Yeah, to discuss our future plan and things like that. And that's why Justin invited Lily and myself to share our Taiwan trip together. And it continues. This was Monday when we arrived, right? So Tuesday continue. We had our couple time to catch up with hubby, and it's Valentine's Day. And also in the afternoon, we had a celebration with my friends. And of course, I just came back from Taiwan, right? Yes, I definitely have to give my friends the GS products that I brought back from Taiwan, and they are all Atomy products. Yeah, no longer I have to go and be busy shopping elsewhere to find products from Taiwan. But from Atomy shopping mall, we can straight away get all those products and then to give it to them. And I have to tell them that these are, I could only bring them back when I was in Taiwan. Yeah. And then on Wednesday again, it was our regular center meetings, whereby Sales Master Aisha shared on Atomy, and because some of us just returned back from Taiwan, so Center Manager Ma Yan also invited us to share a little bit of our journey in our Taiwan trip. And what did we do? Because Bitter Melon is going to be launched, right? And Diana, Sales Master Diana, who shared, was so passionate about it because she has so many family members who have health concerns. So Cheryl Rose Master, Center Manager Ma Yan, quickly unbox one box and let everybody try one capsule of this bitter melon. And of course, on Monday, I actually make my order because Atomy Singapore, we launched this, The Secret of Atomy Success in English version. Yeah, for purchase of 388. So on Monday, when I touched Singapore, I quickly ordered for this book and I got it now. I already received it by Thursday. Yeah, I think Shating and I are one of the crazy one when we saw that it was launched in Taiwan, even though it is in the traditional Chinese, we actually got hold of a copy and started reading it. So, but this time now we have it in English and the font size is so friendly. And then of course in Singapore, globally, we continue to have our Global Thursday Zoom and also Atomy China Success Academy in YouTube. And the very same day, I also, while I was watching all those online, I started using the Atomy hair dye from Taiwan. Yeah, because it's first time I get hold of this and I start trying and I use it together with our protein intensive treatment and also the hair essence. And of course, for my face care, I start using the wash off mask. Yeah, while preparing for my son's graduation from specialist course. So Atomy is really about balanced life. Yeah, we use the products to help ourselves improve, to help others around, to bless them, and yet we don't neglect our family. Yeah, we have time set aside for them when it is time to spend time with them. And so, yes, these are some of the tools that fellow Atomians have. Yes, we all have our different strength and our different strength, and we have different temperaments and things like that. But together, as long as we have one common goal, which is to live a fruitful life on earth, it will all come to pass. And with that, I wish all of you 全球同步，重振旗鼓 global synchronizations with the UK team and even the Singapore and Korean team that we see here, or even the Philippines or even other part of the world, and quantum jump. We'll do together and we raise our flag high because we have a common goal. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.